This video is for Evan, Cam, and for Kennedy as you're out of town. And I'm just going through what is required of the Wax Museum and some math work as well. This right here you've all received in your email, and this should be completed by Monday. Let me just walk through each step here. Now, the first part, you see the tribe name. You all chose, or were supposed to choose a tribe in class, one from the various websites that we looked at. If you forgot yours or you don't remember, you may switch, that's fine. Now, the information below, the location, the foodie, and the roles of different men, of the different individuals, the men, women, and children, and other research, all can be found online. And I'm going to show you actually right here. I'm going to pull up my computer. And you need to go to the Social Studies Meyer-Weebly page. When you're here, go to the Native Americans, and then go down to the Live Binder. On the Live Binder here, you'll be able to pick a tribe either by state or by location. So I'm going to choose a tribe by state, and I'm going to go to Oregon. Choose Oregon, and it will give me a list of all the Native Americans. This actually shows me a map. So I could choose, let's see here, Coos, the Coos Indian, or the Coos tribe. Now, the Coos tribe, I could then search, I could read information about the Coos, and the names at the end are also other names that relate to that. Now, below are all different resources that you could read about the Coos tribe. Once you've found all this information, and yes, you do need to have all 8 of these other research things filled in, then you may flip over to the other side. On the other side here, this is when you get to be creative. You get to come up with your own character's name. A good example for that is to do a describing word like white fox. There we go. White fox would be a good name. Or if you're a warrior, you could be a describing word like bright light or something like that. Warrior bright light. And you can come up with any name that you would like. Describe your character, and this is just all opinions about your character. It's not necessarily things that are actually historically true, but things that you could infer are true based on your research. This page you should do second after you've done the first side. And below, describe your role in the tribe. What do you think your character does? Now, this is going to be important because when you go to do your writing, this is what your writing is going to be based on. Now, the writing itself has some requirements. That it must be done in first-person narrative, meaning that you're using words like I. You're not referring to your character as someone else, but that's yourself. When you read it aloud when you're done, it should take about 1 to 3 minutes to read. Your paragraph should be, I have a round written here. That's really a minimum. It should be about between 3 to 5 paragraphs, but really the time is the most important part. Your paragraphs must have topic sentences. They must be grammatically correct and historically accurate. So that's kind of the information about the Wax Museum. And remember, this is all information that we've gone over in class and information that we actually talked about before you left. So this is just kind of a refresher if you have forgotten over the time. Now, one thing that I'd like to point out, this is really important for the math component, is you need to know that when you have a straight line, let me grab a marker here. When you have a straight line like this, one side of the line is 180 degrees. I also have a triangle equals 180 degrees. Now there's some things that we talked about, and I'm going to see if I can be creative here and set my iPad against my water bottle. Okay, I think that should work. I'm just going to make an X to make sure you can see what I'm writing. Okay, it should be a little bit further down. Okay. So when we talk about, let me move this chair here. When we talk about different angles, and we have 2 lines that intersect with each other at one given point, and Sorry, I want to make sure that this is good. There we go. We have things, we can see a couple of different things. First off, we can see the opposite angles. Angles that are on the opposite sides of this angle and this angle are opposite angles of each other. When you have two lines that intersect, the opposite angles are always the same. So if I know that this is 130 degrees, I know that this is 130 degrees as well. If I had this right here, this one was 61, I tell you that this one was 61 degrees. If I had 8.21 degrees, that would be 8.21 degrees. They're always the same. Now, kind of going back to the straight line, we know a straight line is 180 degrees. So if I look just at this straight line right here, I could tell you that I have 130 degrees here while I have a little piece left. Well, all that together has to equal 180. So I have 130 plus a mystery amount equals 180 degrees. What plus 130 equals 180? That is 50 degrees. 50 degrees. So that is the information that is really important as we've been going forward using protractors. We've been talking about how to draw draw different angles as well. If we have a line making a point, and then taking your protractor and measuring where 70 degrees would be, making that dot, and then using a straight line or a ruler to make that straight line here and say, oh, that is 70 degrees, and the remnant or the piece that is left over is 110. One other thing that I'd like to show you. It might be helpful to watch this video twice as well. When you have two parallel lines, lines that run parallel to each other, and you have a line that goes and cuts through both of those lines, we have corresponding angles. So this angle, that angle, and that angle all have the same measure. They have all the same degree. Now, one important thing, and I know I'm kind of jumping around here, so please bear with me. When we have something like this and we have